Hey everybody, it's James from Wealthquest. Hey, if you've been paying attention to any of the financial headlines lately, you've probably seen that the stock markets are hitting all-time highs. Here we are again at the highest level we've ever seen. And boy, what a change a few months makes, huh? You know, as we think about where we've come from, as we're listening to these uplifting, optimistic headlines of all-time highs, just several months ago in December, we were hearing things like the market's had its worst month since the Great Depression, right? We have gone through and continue to go through this emotional roller coaster. And what I want us to understand is that that is not the market's fault. That's our fault. The market is a neutral circumstance. It is what it is. It's our thoughts about the market that create our feelings and that drive our actions. And those actions determine our results. And so when we think about how that works in December, when we're hearing things like the market's had its worst December since the Great Depression, we're having thoughts like it's all going to fall apart. Everything's terrible. We're going to have a terrible recession. It's going to be just like 08, 09 again. And those thoughts create fear and panic and anxiety and may cause us to take actions like sell everything, go to cash. And here we are 4 months later looking back and going, man, I'm glad I didn't do that, right? Because now our thoughts are things are great. Everything's looking up. We're going to be okay. And that whipsaw is all happening because of our thoughts, not because of the market. The market is just what it is. And so what I want us to do is take some time and just reflect back. It's easy to do now when we're at all-time highs, to look back at December and ask the question, what were we thinking then? What were the things we were convincing ourselves of? That it was going to be terrible, that we were going to fail, that everything was going to fall apart. We've got to make sure we get better at navigating those seasons, because 24-hour-a-day news isn't going anywhere. They're going to continue to put thoughts in our head that scare us. They're going to continue to convince us that things are really, really bad. And we're going to have to be able to fight against our tendency to take actions that make no sense in our long-term plan just to feel better in the moment. Because although we're now at an all-time high, we're not going to stay here. At some point, the market's going to take another dive down. It's what it does. It's normal. It's neutral. We don't need to react to it. In fact, when we react to it, that's when we make mistakes. And so I hope that thought helps you. I hope you can spend some time realizing how little we actually understand about how all these things work. And we don't really have the ability to control that. All we can control is the thoughts and the emotions we're having about the market. Hey, if you've got somebody that you can think of that is kind of that nervous Nilly that's always worried about things, share this video with them. I'd love to help them think different thoughts about how things are going and help them to get out of their own way if we can. And if you have other ideas of what we should be talking about, please leave them in the comments section, send us emails back, let us know what thoughts you'd like us to talk about so that we make sure we're helping. We hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.